I'm Geoffrey Pignotta, also known as Jeff, and I'm in the geology department, and the class that you're looking at is Geology 110, which is an introduction to physical geology. The structure of the class itself is a mix of both lecture material and lab material. And the lectures and the labs are very much integrated. They're not a separate thing. I teach both the lecture and the lab, and I tailor the material that we talk about in lecture to kind of mimic or match what we're doing in the lab, which is a very hands-on lab experience. But we also get some of the melted crust that rises up and forms more felsic or rhyolitic magmas. All right. And it's these ones that we got sidetracked with on Friday. It's these felsic and the rhyolitic melts that create large explosive eruptions. And so part of the university's mission is, broad education, which is how most people, most non-science majors would take a class like Introduction to Physical Geology to meet a science requirement, and especially a lab science requirement. And so part of my goal is to have students get an experience with hands-on scientific data collection and data interpretation and making observations. And so we do that by, in particular in the labs, we do that by doing a lot of hands-on lab exercises as well as doing field trips. We take several, 2, 3, or 4, depending on weather, field trips to local sites that we can actually do hands-on geology and make observations. So it's a very hands-on, observation-based class, which generally makes it pretty enjoyable for most people. There are a lot of different things that any course, and in this course, falls into that category of we want you to take away several things. There are certain content things that we want to have you take away. How does the planet work? What are the major processes that form the features that we see on planet Earth? Volcanoes and mountain ranges and ocean basins, and how are these processes impacting humans? And also, how are humans impacting these processes? So we also look at things like energy and climate in this kind of class. So there's certain amounts of content. How does this planet work? And then there's also other goals like being able to make observations and improve on your observational skills and applying those observations to scientific models or developing a scientific hypothesis or theory, and being able to critically evaluate material that you see, whether it's related to earth science or chemistry or political science or whatever it is. Those critical evaluation skills are really important for a well-rounded student, whether you're in a science field or a non-science field. Those are definitely some important things to take away.